Nature does not want you to be lean. Nature doesn't want you to have abs. Nature doesn't even want you to be under the correct body fat. Now, why am I saying this? And I talked about this on my Instagram for those of you who follow me. Now, nature doesn't want you to be super lean for one reason and one reason only. And that's because you're gonna die in nature if you're too lean. Now, of course, you can go back in history and you can look at some of the demigods and gods that we have. Buddha, Krishna, hell, even Jesus. All of these people had a little body fat on them, okay? They weren't super big, super lean. And a lot of them, not only that, a lot of them ate a pretty much plant-based diet, and they might have added a little fish. So I'm basically talking to you, my plant-based eaters out there. But this kind of works for everybody, whether you eat mostly meat, or whether you eat a mostly plant-based vegan diet, or for my vegan junk food eaters, this goes for you as well. So I know a lot of you are coming to me with the questions, and you're asking, how do I get the abs? How do I get, you know, ladies, you want that hourglass type of body, the aesthetic look. Men want the wider shoulders, the barrel chest, the abs. They want the arms. A lot of you are wondering, how do I get this? Now, these same people are all on YouTube because you're watching me. I'm proud of that, by the way. But also you're watching other people, okay? And you're seeing that a lot of people are shooting down protein powders, shooting down the mock meats, shooting down other things, or vice versa. Some people are actually pumping a lot of mock meats in. I won't talk about who that is, but you can look, all of these people have skin issues, okay? Their skin is not as clean and clear as mine is, all right? And that is that's the difference. Now, where am I going with this? I say that because if you want to get the aesthetic look, first of all, you need to be working out. But secondly, to get that aesthetic look, it's 80% diet, or what you eat, what you put in your mouth. And to get that aesthetic look, you have to go against nature. Now, a lot of you don't want to hear that. What do you mean I have to go against nature? Yes, in a sense, you're going to have to go through, you know, against nature. And I put this on my Instagram, and I talked about how you may have to do protein shakes. That's just something you're going to have to do. Because to build, you need more protein than the average person just to live. So just to live, you need 40 to 60, maybe 70 grams of protein. You're good. You want to start building, you need to go 80, 90, 100, 120, 150. Okay, I do 150 sometimes, 100 to 150 depending on what I'm doing. So that's one. Some of you may have to start eating mock meats. Now, I refuse to go to the mock meats, which is why I do a little protein powder. I don't do a lot, and I rarely do it. But you're going to have to go to mock meats. Other things such as maybe dropping your carbs. I know a lot of you don't like that because most people who I come by are carb addicted, or I call them carboholics. So when I talk about taking carbs away in order to get the body they need, they run from it. They argue me down about it. They don't want to hear it. And honestly, if you look at the way carbs are stored in our body, you kind of have to get rid of the carbs or cut them so that you can get the abs and you can get the small flat stomach and keep the nice booty, ladies, and keep the nice chest, shoulders, arms, fellas. So that's just another way of doing it. I've also seen people, take it the opposite way. Instead of doing high fat, low carb, they go the other way and they do, which I would prefer, high fat, low carb. It's actually what I do before summertime. I'm going to be doing that. But I see a lot of people go the other way. And they say, okay, well, we're going to do high protein, low carb, moderate fat. And this works. I've seen it work for bodybuilders, alike. But for a regular woman at 150 pounds, she's going to have to eat about 200 grams of protein on this approach, this type of lifestyle. Because you can't do too high of fats and if you're going to have low carbs. So you have to give it all the protein. So I know some women, and actually I have a client who, I won't say her name, but she had her bodybuilder friend, female friend, tell her that she was going to have to eat upwards of 220 grams of protein. And this woman is like 145 pounds. So that's kind of what we're dealing with in the industry. It's a lot of hoopla. But I will say there are certain things you have to get rid of. Or you have to switch your mind with. So a lot of you are, you're shooting down the protein or the supplements. I'm not doing supplements. Well, branched chain amino acids and creatine actually do really good for aesthetics. A lot of you are shooting down all of these different things when maybe you shouldn't be. So that's kind of where I'm getting at here. So if you want to follow a nature's diet, you want to heal, you're worried about the internal health, that is perfect. You should be doing that. Why? Because honestly, the raw vegan diet and really just the overall plant-based cooked diet, it's really great for the body. And as a matter of fact, I've had great results internally and external results with that diet. However, with that diet, even with my, crazy workout, routines and doing a lot of cardio and all this stuff, there's still a threshold that I cannot get under, okay? So some of you have been looking for me to be this like ripped guy, like he's super smart, he knows what he's talking about. Why isn't he 6% body fat? Well, that's because I maintain that diet. Plant-based, add some beans, legumes in there, and maybe a little fruit, over time. And then also, I've been on a super raw diet where I get skinny. You've seen me on that diet. I was skinny. I was ripped on that diet. I was skinny, ripped. I looked great. However, I was too small. I didn't like it. My fiance didn't like it. And most of you were saying, man, you got to bulk up some more. But that is what happens on a raw diet. And I do these things to test and show you all what's possible with each diet. One, because I have probably the best, I have the best discipline that I know. Okay, nobody is more disciplined than I am, not that I know of. So that's why I test it on myself, because I know that I can follow it. I don't have to worry about needing somebody else to do it. So I take you through these things and show you how they work. Raw was great. I felt great. As a matter of fact, I felt like a god on a raw, plant-based, almost 100% raw fruit diet. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. However, I did notice that I couldn't bulk up on that diet. I could not gain a lot of muscle. And actually, I lost a lot of strength as well. I'll be honest. And if you look at any raw guy or girl, you'll see they may get abs, won't be super ripped. Okay, because I'm still talking about normal people. So we're looking at like a 10% to 13% body fat for men and about 20 to 25% body fat for women. That is considered normal. You can see the abs in those ranges. Now to get under that, to be ripped and be vascular and really be lean, like super lean, you have to do something outside of nature to get there. And of course, that comes to, it brings me back to my point. Supplements, especially on the raw vegan or for the vegan lifestyle, supplements is going to be one. You may have to dibble and dabble with some branched chain amino acids, creatine, even me personally, I do magic moss because, I don't consider that a supplement because it's plant-based, but still it's a supplement. I use that for my minerals, my vitamins. I do every now and then, especially if I want, I use a little creatine. And once again, I use protein powder sometimes, okay? Very rarely. Well, I won't say rarely. A couple times a week I'll use it. So I do that as well. So it just goes to show you that you can try to do all foods. Like I'm just gonna eat, I'm gonna get all of my nutrition from foods. It's very hard to do, I'll be honest. You can do it, but that may take you years to get to the body you're trying to get to. And I don't know about you, but most of my clients don't want to take years. They're trying to get this body now, okay? And for those of you who are watching the IG booty models or watching all of the IG trainers and you want to look like them, they even took years to get to that body, most of the time. And some of them are on drugs. Some of them actually eat meat, okay? So they're eating those high protein diets. Some of them are doing 3 or 4 workouts a day for hours. So you never know, what this person's doing. So just stay in your lane. Okay, I hate to say that, but stay in your lane. And not only that, make sure this is something you want to do. Okay, if you feel great on your diet, you're happy with your body, you're healthy. Okay, because I don't want to, I don't want you to take this video and say, oh, well, he said the body's not meant to be lean, and then you're 200 pounds overweight or even 50 pounds overweight. That's not healthy either. As a matter of fact, the more fat cells you have, the more disease you can occur. So we want to get rid of some of those fat cells or some of that fat so that we don't hold on to disease. Okay, so that's my breakdown for the day. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope it made a little sense. All right, I'm sure I stepped on a few toes, but that's okay. All right, for all of you who are new to the channel, welcome. For those of you who like what we got going on here. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Not only that, tomorrow be looking for, or maybe in the next video or two, be looking for the butt builder workout explanation video. I will be doing that for the ladies. I've been getting a lot of questions about butt building, as always. So I will be posting a video on butt building, all right, in the next video. And outside of that, just hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. And I'll talk to you all soon.